Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Well, we won the game 17-16 in Raymond James Stadium Monday night against the New Orleans Saints. It was a good game because it was a victory, and we needed a victory to go 6-6, and we got the victory in the last 3 minutes of the game. We had a first drive of the game. We went down and kicked the field goal and didn't do much offensively in between times, literally, except to go down in the last 3 minutes and come back and score 14 points and win 17-16 over the New Orleans Saints. They were ahead of us 16-3, 3 minutes to go, fourth quarter, came back, won it 17-16 on Brady to Rashad White for a touchdown pass. Cade Otton caught the other touchdown, but it was our offense again sputtered, our coaching again sputtered, and we continued to sputter as an offense throughout the night. Had a lot of 3 and outs, up to 8 3 and outs. We did make some first downs. We did move the chain some. We punted within the 40-yard line a couple times of our own 40-yard line. But we did move the ball some during the game. But the defense stayed in the game. Carl Nassif had a big sack at the end of the game. We had some good plays made by the defense to keep us in the game because New Orleans was getting down inside the 20 in the red zone, settled for field goals instead of touchdowns. And so that's what kept the score at 16-3 and allowed us the chance to, at the end of the game, to score 2 touchdowns within that last 3-minute period. So it was a kind of tale of two teams, but the team that pulled it out at the end was the winner, and that was the Tampa Bay Bucks. We got the win, and now we move on to 6-6, out to San Francisco this Sunday against the 49ers. A 49er team, by the way, without Jimmy G, broke his foot during the 23-17 victory of the Dolphins Sunday. He's out for the rest of the year as far as we know. We don't really know how long, 7-8 weeks they say, which would be putting him in the middle of the playoffs. We play them this week out in San Francisco. Big game for us. We'll try to make it 7 wins and 6 losses after this win Monday night against the Saints. But it was a good win. It was tough to watch as Buck fans. A lot of people thought the game was over. Even the analysts did with 16-3 with 3 minutes to go. But the Bucks woke up and won the game. So it was a good victory for us. We'll accept it because we surely need it. And we'll root them on again this week. Brett Purdy will be the backup quarterback, third-string quarterback with the 49ers this week out in San Francisco. And so now we're going to look at all the other games. We had a 27-24 victory by the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow over Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City or in Cincinnati on Sunday. Big victory, big game against 2 heavyweights in the AFC. We had the 49ers, of course, beat the Dolphins in a tough game for all the Dolphin fans because it was a close game, 23-17, but the Dolphins stayed in the game, but the 49ers defense is as good as advertised and just beat them barely. Still, the Dolphins are 8-4 in that playoff hunt. So we got a lot of good football to watch this week. The playoffs are starting to take shape, and we're going to need everybody to keep watching the games and see who their favorite teams are and how they move on, and for the Bucks, continuing to lead the NFC South. So that's about all that's going on week 13. I want to introduce the new coach, Alex Golesh, which is the new head coach of the University of South Florida Bull team. He takes over there after leaving the University of Tennessee Volunteers as the offensive coordinator. He's our new head coach. He takes over for Jeff Scott, USF coach. Jeff was there 3 years, only won 4 games, so we hope Coach Golesh best of luck. So anyhow, USF new coach. Watch week 13. We've got the big playoff college Final Four selection committee selected. That's Georgia against Ohio State, and that's TCU against Michigan. Them's the Final Four for the college playoffs. We'll get a little bit more depth with that later. But these are the 4 teams that are going to win the college Super Bowl anyhow. Now we're going to go to our question for the night. The first question is from Anna, and Anna is in Sebring. And Anna wanted to know what I thought about Ryan Jensen's injury and when I thought he could be back with the Bucks. And Anna, I think he will be back with the Bucks in about the first part of January is what we've been told. He had no surgery, so we hope he could be back in the first part of January. That's what they're saying. And that could put him in there about the time we start the playoffs. That's the last information we had since his injury. But we have been seeing him. I saw him on the sidelines Monday night at the New Orleans Saints game. He's been in a lot of the games on the sidelines with the team, so he's moving around quite well. And we hope he gets back in there, Anna. God bless you for your question. The next question is from Pete. And Pete wanted to know about the refereeing in the NFL and what I thought about it this year during the season, how it's going. I think they're missing fewer calls because they've got the instrument play. I do like the ability to challenge. And Alan, I wish they would institute the coach being able to call a non-called flag. So in other words, they got a flag they could throw once a game for a call that wasn't made. So right now, all they can do is dispute the call that was made. So maybe that would be something that could help, like you're concerned about the integrity of the referee. But overall, it's getting better with the drones and the instant replay in the replay booth in New York most of the time. But one time is too many, Alan. God bless you for your question. And the last question is from Beth. And Beth wanted to know about the Create Your Own Cleat campaign for the NFL. And that's where the NFL players, with their charities or their works in the community, can design a cleat, their own color, and their own color work and design, and wear it during a game and give it to the nonprofit that they represent, and that they charitably have a raffle and raise money for that charity from those cleats. I think it's a real good cause, and the NFL players embrace it the last couple of years, and I think, Beth, it's a real good thing that lets the players connect with the community, because anything that they support in their endeavors in the community can be on those cleats. I think it's a real good thing, Beth. And God bless you for that question. It's very interesting. DJX, what do you got for me tonight?
Well, Cowboy, you know how we do it. Let's get right off into it, buddy. Who deserves the most credit for the Bengals' astronomical rise?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Blue collar, Cincinnati raised. He's the guy. He's the guy that deserves the credit for the Bengals raise right now. I mean, not all, but
yeah,
he's the central figure anyhow.
All right. Well, let me add this on to that question. How do you think he compares to Brady?
He's a pocket passer, but he does move a little bit better. He's not as durable as Brady's been, because Brady's not been injured but one time. He's been injured a couple times already in the first 2 or 3 years. But he compares with him with the calm, the leadership capabilities, and the at ease that he puts his players at, and the ability to get out there and lead them in the tough, critical situations and make the throws. He seems to be pretty even-keeled, and I think that's what comparisons I can make with Brady. He's going to be a superstar. He is a superstar, that Joe Burrow.
Yeah. I thought he was very poised when I watched him.
Oh, he is. He's
a good guy. All right. 49ers, Jimmy G returns a long shot.
I don't think he's coming back with that broken foot. I'm not an orthopedic surgeon. He's got a broken foot, bones in his foot broken. I don't know which ones they are. They say 7-8 weeks. 7-8 weeks puts him at the end of the season, so ending in the playoffs. So I don't know. I don't think he's coming back till the middle of the playoffs anyhow. And until then, they're going with that Purdy, as far as I know.
All right. Chiefs market moves leading into Week 14 against Denver.
Well, they got to get some moves done. They got to win that Denver game. They lost the game against the Cincinnati Bengals. A few injuries, so they're shuffling around their roster a little bit, and they're playing a division foe with Denver, so they got to get ready.
All right. Now here's a little college. Prime time goes to Colorado Buffaloes. He got
the Power 5 conference that he wanted. USF was in the running for him. Cincinnati Bearcats was in the running for him. They're going to the Big 12. But he got into the Pac-12 because he went and took the Colorado Boulder a Buffalo job up in Boulder, Colorado. And that Buffalo squad only won one game and lost 10 this year. They're looking for great things from Dion, and he's going to deliver like he did at Jackson State. He's going to bring all of his cronies with him. He's brought them all with him. He's brought players with him. He's going to have a lot of transfers up there to that school, and they're going to be a powerhouse. It might take them a couple, 3 years, but they're going to be a lot better in 1 and 10 than they were this year.
All right. Well, was that about the money that he didn't go to U.S.?
I think it's the prestige and maybe the money. I don't think that we're going to pay over $3 million a year for contract. He's going to get $5 million, and the big thing is the assistant coach salary, because they're going to be given an allotment. I think we're going to get about $3 million for him to hire all the coaches, and I don't even know what Dion will get. Dion probably get $10 million to hire his coaches, so his assistant coaches are going to get paid better. He's going to bring some, and he's bringing head coaches from other programs that have been fired out there to Boulder with him to put on his staff. Yeah. So he's going to have him and that really matters too. You're going to get the money, but you're going to get all that money to bring the guys you want.
Right.
Pay the top dollar you want.
Exactly. All right. Bills star press Russia had ACL surgery yesterday. I'm going to leave it off with this. Von Miller out for the season.
It's a shame Von Miller's out for the season. We didn't want it to be that ACL, and we hadn't heard about that surgery for a couple of weeks. And maybe they disguised it that way so everybody thought he might be coming back. We had heard when he got hurt it could be season ending. Then we heard it could not be even surgery. And all of a sudden now he's having surgery. So ACL, he's out for at least a year. His hopes of going to the Super Bowl with the Bills, other than on crutches on the sideline, has been dashed.
All right, that's what I got for you tonight, buddy.
God bless you, DJX.
God bless you, too.
God bless you, the supporters. I want you to continue to support us, share, leave your comments. And until next week, God bless you, Cowboy out.